So, I know what you're here for. You're probably wondering, what do I need fruit flies for? Why do I want flightless fruit flies? So, flightless fruit flies are going to be used for a plethora of different things. So, as of right now, I've got a baby, a Knoll species, but previously I used to keep 20 plus poison dart frogs, 5 different species. And those guys, the only thing, and I mean the only thing that they eat outside of maybe pinhead crickets, which are hard to find unless you're out in California, are these flightless fruit flies. And these are homegrown from a college that basically bred these fruit flies over time through different selections of genes to basically get a species of fruit fly that is flightless. So here's just an idea on what you probably don't want your container to look too much like, to be honest. I didn't have any of one of the materials that we're going to go over today, so I just used some wax paper on the inside. And as you can see, the flies are still moving around, but definitely not as productive as they are when you set it up like this fully. So we've got everything over here for you guys today. We're going to make this a quick and easy video on how to make your own fruit fly media. If you don't feel like watching the whole thing, feel free to screenshot this piece right here, and that'll kind of give you an idea on everything that you're going to need. So what we've got here is a huge batch of the fruit fly media, mixture of potato flakes, distilled white vinegar, instant yeast, baking soda, powdered sugar, and cinnamon. And all of that's mixed in. You can make yourself a big batch and go from the recipe that I just showed in the screenshot, or make yourself a smaller batch and just keep the numbers, based on if you do, 6 cups of the potato flakes instead of 12, then obviously everything just needs to be cut in half. But we've got everything here, so if you guys have any ideas on what you're going to need, this is the instant yeast that I used, baking soda that I grabbed, powdered sugar, which is the same stuff you put on French toast. You know your boy farts with the French toast. Cinnamon, I grabbed a bag of it from I think like a Whole Foods or something, instead of getting the plastic container. And then the white vinegar. And those are all the things that you're going to need from the grocery store. Outside of the grocery store, I recommend going on to Josh's Frogs to get this set of containers and fabric lids that they have available. So here's just an idea. These are 32-ounce containers, top to bottom. And the fruit flies, they need pretty good airflow, otherwise it gets pretty moldy in there. So they sell these fabric lids, which the flies can't get through, but air filtrates through pretty easily. But yeah, so I recommend getting that from your local, either Amazon or Josh's Frogs directly. And then Amazon as well for this Super Moss set here. They have a larger, I think like a 2 or 3 pound, which will pretty much last you forever. Or this one that I grabbed off of Amazon is just the 8-ounce one from Super Moss. And that'll pretty much get you everything that you need. So once you have that completely set up inside of some sort of, airlock container, it's pretty simple from there. So what I do here, 32-ounce cup, I get about maybe a third of the way up in the cup of just the actual media itself. Get yourself a nice little tea kettle that heats the water up. I recommend as close to boiling or boiling, just to make sure that media is mixed perfectly. And then once you get that all set up, you pour that directly into your 32-ounce container, equal parts water. And then if it looks like it's too thick, you want it to almost be like a Play-Doh, but like a watery consistency. So just add a little bit more water. Almost forgot, key portion. White distilled vinegar. What you're going to do is, from that screenshot, as you guys will see if anybody did screenshot it, you're going to do 1/3 cup of white distilled vinegar, 1/3 cup of the media, 1/3 cup of the boiling water, and that will get you one of these beautiful looking bad boys like this one. Once that water's added in, mix that up. Mix that up. And then once I have that set up there, what I'll usually do is I'll tap it down on the table just to make sure that the media is flat all the way around. And then once this cools, you open up your bag of Excelsior or super dry moss. Grab yourself a magical little handful. This stuff is usually packed pretty tight, but grab yourself a handful. Try not to get the stringy bits, because then when you pour the fruit flies out, you're going to have a lot of stringy bits all over the place. So get yourself one full piece like this that stays together. Put it down into the container. I try and get some of it into the actual media itself, and then the rest I'll just fill in into this open space. Grab yourself your fabric lid, slide that right over the top, and then, like I said, once this is cooled fully, what you're going to do is put probably about maybe 15 to 30 or so of the fruit flies from your previous culture in there. And then what they're going to do is they're going to take advantage of this media being in the bottom of the container. And as you guys can see on the sides, we've got a bunch of larvae that climbed up and then formed the little chrysalises. And then pretty much from there, they'll just jump out of the chrysalis, and you'll have hundreds, if not thousands, of flies, especially if you're making more than one of these containers. So it's that simple, guys. 6-minute video, how to make your fruit flies. If you guys have any questions, of course, drop them down in the comments, man. And thanks, of course, for coming back for another video. See you guys real soon. Ciao.